on social media to your doorstep.
Social Buzz Extra, where the trend meets the talk, only on Global TV.
Social Buzz Extra, indeed, where the trend meets the talk. I am Ogochukwu Mobno. Today we'll be looking at a couple of issues currently making rounds on social media. So much to say. It is the weekend, but yes, we are buzzing with so much on social media. Well, the first topic we're taking today is from Prince Adeniyi Matthew, who allegedly creates fake government agencies, secures over 1.3 billion naira budget allocation. A man identified as Prince Adeniyi Matthew has been accused of orchestrating an elaborate scheme by allegedly creating a fake government agency known as Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council. According to reports, he allegedly appointed himself as the Director General of the agency, secured office space within the Federal Secretariat, and opened a Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) account in the agency's name. Investigators further alleged that the agency was allocated about 1.3 billion naira in the 2026 national budget. He is also accused of inviting ambassadors to official meetings, holding strategic sessions with government ministers, and representing Nigeria at international conferences while posing as the head of the purported agency. Authorities are continuing investigations into the matter to determine the full extent of the alleged fraud and those who may have been involved. Let's take a look at that video.
The other one, we have to bring in foreign intervention, foreign investors like you now to come and invest in Nigeria, to grow our economy.
Adeniyi right there, who has allegedly created a government office and made himself the Director General. Well, investigations are ongoing right now concerning this particular topic, and I'm asking myself, how has this office been, for years? And when I went ahead to read concerning this particular topic, I found out that in 2025 he was arrested at one point. What happened after 2025? How come the government still allocates budget up to 1.3 billion naira to this particular office? How come they've not been really strong investigations concerning this particular office? Like, there's so much to really ask. I'm sure he has people he employed who appended those signatures when he went to open this account. Because just one person cannot just go open this account, this government account like that. So who did that? Who actually did any forensic research concerning this particular office? It's really a concerning thing, because this is one out of many. I'm sure if there's one like this, then there are so many in Nigeria. That's just how Nigeria operates. There are so many in Nigeria, so we have to really fish them out. And nobody's really talking so much about it. I've not really heard so much. Already they said that they are going to launch investigation into it and find out how authentic this is. And every year you allocate budgets to this particular office. There's something fishy going on, and we'll have to find out. Well, let's take a look at some comments from social media. And the first comment is coming from Jem Appel. And Jem Appel says, He had major accomplices to scale through. Name them. How do you open a CBN account and operate through a government in such a manner? This is it. That's just a question. How do you do this alone? CBN, the Central Bank of Nigeria. Of course, he must have other major accomplices to scale through. That is what this person is saying, and that's the only way we can actually look at it, because one man cannot do this alone. So they have to find out those people and fish them out. And I'm sure these people are not just ordinary citizens. These people are people holding very high office in Nigeria. So they have to fish them out. Let's know real leaders from the other bad leaders. Okay, all right, next comment is coming from Gideon Owolabi, and Owolabi said, how was his office in the federal government budget allocation? How was he able to open and operate a CBN account, also a .government email? Because they have a misunderstanding. They are disavoiding him, or maybe this story no add up. All right, Gideon, somebody says something that there's something somewhere, something fishy going on, and they feel like, okay, maybe he fell out with his, will I say group, will I say gang, or however it is, but I think there's a fallout somewhere, and somebody is out to deal with this man. That's just the way it is. Well, I heard the news that I'm yet to confirm, but I'm not going to say it out. So until then, definitely, if there's any update story concerning this, why not? We're bringing it to your doorstep. All right. The third comment is coming from News Nisongram, and Nisongram says, created, but his office was included in budget allocation. Now, that is the question. He created it and his office was included. Who put that office there in the budget allocation, and how come nobody knows that this office was just created by one person who is trying to, eat or siphon government funds? How come nobody found out all of this? Why? Well, that's a lot to talk about. I'm just going to leave that to you. Media handles on your screen, and please let us know what you think about this story. Tell us what you think concerning this story. It's a big story, and I'm being very careful not to allege anything, not to say anything against whatever it is that has been said on the news. I'm being a bit careful, but please, you can let me know what you think concerning this story using our Global TV NG on YouTube. Be a part of the conversation. Okay, let's move over to the next topic for today. Away from what is happening in Nigerian government, we're talking about couple arrested after scaling Empire State Building for viral proposal. 2 individuals were arrested on Wednesday after bypassing security protocols to climb an antenna at the very top of the iconic Empire State Building in New York City, staging a dramatic wedding proposal before being taken into federal custody. The duo, who have been identified as Russian roof-toppers Angela Nikolaou and Ivan Berkos, pulled off the stunt while wearing all black clothing with their faces completely covered. Upon scaling the peak of the 1,454 foot, that's about approximately 443 meters landmark, the couple unfurled a massive banner that reads, "When the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace." The banner has been reportedly recovered, and an NYPD helicopter was sent while the building's observation deck was cleared of visitors as police arrived. Confirming the containment of the situation, a New York Police Department spokesman told agency report AFP 2 individuals were taken into custody without incident. There are no injuries reported, charges are pending, and the investigation is still ongoing. Viral videos captured from the scene shows the exact moment the man dropped to one knee to propose, after which they embraced and kissed at the extreme height. Nikolaou was subsequently captured on video taking close-up pictures of her hand, which is believed to have been fitted with an engagement ring. Confirming the stunt, the duo uploaded a collaborative post on Instagram on Wednesday featuring high-resolution images of the skyscraper's peak, the proposal, and the engagement ring, captioned simply "Empire State Building, New York." In a separate video uploaded onto her personal Instagram story while the stunt was active, Nikolaou told her followers, "Currently at the Empire State Building, you can watch on the city webcam." Well, that's the video right there, and many more other videos. How can you Did you see the distance? Hey God. At this point, I don't think this love thing, I've left it for all of you. You guys should continue with this love thing, because I'm not doing this love thing with any of you at all. I'm not going to risk. Is this one love? What do we call this? This is the peak of the Empire State Building. Are we for real? Watching this, I'm really scared. I saw this, I think I saw it yesterday. I got to see the news early hours of yesterday morning, and the first thing that came to my head, I think it is AI. That was the first thing I said. I said this should be AI. This can only be AI. It can never be real. But then going through other stories on social media, I read other news, and I saw this is not AI. This is real. Is this real? These people dare not divorce, because that's the only thing I can say. You cannot risk your life to go get proposed on one of the highest building in New York City, and you are getting a divorce. You can never get a divorce like this. Okay, she says this shows that love conquers and all of that. But I'm really scared for them. Watching this, I am super scared for these people. How do people do things like this? Honestly, I'm really scared, but it's okay. I think this is love, and maybe some other time somebody will go, climb the Burj Khalifa building in Dubai to propose to his girlfriend. Who knows? Anything can happen. These are stunt people. These are people who pull stunts. Anything can happen for love, for proposal. She said love overcomes. That's the power of love right there. And I am happy for them. By the way, in an update story, these two have been released. They are no longer in police custody. And there was a video that saw them kissing and hugging. Being happy for themselves. She was also showing her rings. Her ring to viewers, and telling them how much she loves her husband to be. Would you do this for love? That's the question. Would you do this for love? This one is more like killing yourself. There's a video I saw also early hours of this morning when she was having they were having an argument. Still on that that building, they're having this argument, and she was arguing why the fiancé wasn't taking good pictures, and somebody said, "Is this what you are going to be discussing? Why hanging there to one tiny pole? Is this what you are going to be arguing?" And somebody said, "A lady would rather risk her life to have good pictures than not have any good pictures at all." It's really a risk. Congratulations to these people, and I wish them well. I hope they find whatever it is they were looking for right there. If it's just only for engagement, then man, I don't know. I can't say this wasn't worth it, but for them it was worth it, but for me it's not. And according to her, she said it has been a lifelong dream. She has always wanted to get engaged, there in this Empire State building. Well, let's leave these people, because if I watch this video so much, I'm going to get a heart attack, concerning this issue. But would you actually risk your life to get engaged like this? What can you do for love, and what's the highest you have actually done for love? Not for our African brothers, because I cannot pass this question to African brothers or sisters. I can only pass it to people, outside the Westerners. But for Africans, man, the highest a man will go for love, I don't know. I really don't know. But I don't think it can actually get this far. Never. Well, let's leave what's happening there in the USA and come back home, where a woman is complaining about her childhood trauma. It says, can unhealed childhood trauma affect the next generation? That's the question right there. Of course, you can answer that. A young lady has shared an emotional reflection on how her upbringing continues to affect her as an adult. According to her, growing up with parents who discouraged her from expressing herself left her struggling with communication and emotional regulation. She admitted she now has little patience and fears it could affect the kind of mother she becomes in the future. She also revealed that conversation with her father still triggers anxiety, saying their relationship feels more like daughter to pastor than father and daughter, with most discussions revolving around marriage and having children. The lady added that she believes many parents unknowingly pass down the same behaviors they experienced while growing up, creating a cycle of unresolved trauma. Let's take a look at that video.
Communicate with my parents, they always shun me, like, keep quiet, keep short. Like, when we're talking, you don't talk. When I'm talking, you don't talk. I'm talking to you, you're looking at me in my eyes, don't talk. I have just grown up to be that very scared girl that does not know how to communicate. It's just taking me now, being an adult, to now realize that I have so much trauma to unpack. And I swear to God, if I get married right now and become a mother, I would be the worst parent to ever come on top of this earth, because I don't know how to communicate. I lack patience, and I lack patience because my mommy lacks patience. You cannot be doing something slowly beside my mommy, or taking your time to do something, or forget to do something, and she would not yell at you, or just make you just feel very scared, or you just get anxious because maybe you forgot to do something, or you are doing something slowly. It's so bad that if you're in the kitchen with me and I'm cooking and I ask you to bring something and you're not snappy about it, like, I just get really angry. Or if you don't know how to cook and I'm teaching you how to cook, I'm going to yell at you all through. There's just so much damage my parents have done and they don't even know. And they are the way they are because of their parents. My daddy will tell you that his mother beat him from his friend's house, dragged him home while beating him, dragging him on the floor, beating him, and that's why he has become a good man that he is right now, just because he went to his friend's house without her permission or something. They glorify the suffering that they suffered, and that's how they are now raising us up. Sometimes I just wish that I could just speak to my dad like daughter to daddy, daughter to mommy, not daughter to pastor. I'm not going home for more than a year. The last time I saw my parents was because they came to my house to come and see me. And when my sister told me that they were coming, I had so much anxiety when I saw the message. I'm like, why are they coming to my house? Like, I was very scared because I just knew that it might turn into fight. But luckily, when they came, it did not turn into fight. It was actually a very good visit. Growing up, there was a point that I was a daddy's girl. But now I cannot even just pick up my phone and just say, let me call my daddy and just speak to him. Because I'm just scared about what he's going to say. Like, I'm just scared that he can just say something that will just trigger me and I'll just start feeling very sad. Or maybe you just can just start talking about marriage and you're forgetting that I'm your daughter before anything. I just want to have a conversation with my daddy and not with a pastor. Right now, everything that matters is, okay, get married. What about my goals? What about my struggles in life? But all that matters is just get married, have kids, make me happy. What about my own happiness?
Can we all agree that we can all relate to things like this? You know, when it comes to parenting, most parents do not know that whatever it is you are doing, you are somehow actually passing it on to your children. Whatever it is you do around your children, you are kind of passing it around to your children or to your next generation. And that's the reason why most times they'll tell you, parents, be careful with the way you speak with your children or talk to them. A lot of us are actually moving traumatic experiences. We have very bad experiences, especially when we are talking about bad experiences, especially children that were born, you know, in the millennia, because that's the millennial babies, not the Gen Z babies. They'll tell you that most of them have this traumatic experience. Why? Because it's not a matter of gentle parenting. The harsh way that you were brought up is not the same as today. Most parents are kind of they are now realizing that, you know, they've done something wrong and they don't want their children to be like that. Now this lady fears for herself because she feels like she's going to pass this whole thing on to her children, and she's very, very scared. She doesn't want it to happen, and that's the reason why she's coming out. Most millennial kids, they act in a way that it is out of question because they were brought up in a way that you have to use, you know, this you spare the rod and spoil the child. Millennial kids actually, they did not spare the rod for them anyhow. They really actually used the rod on them. And again, you cannot have this very strong relationship with your father. It's very rare to see children who really have this very good relationship with their parents, and go to your mom or walk up to your dad anytime and you have this, you are relaxed to talk to your father, you are not scared. These days, kids are always very free to approach their parents, but back in the day, I must tell you that it is always very hard. You don't look at your parents, you say one thing, they tell you, shut up, you're not supposed to do it like this, go this way. Like, it is so hard. And all of that has really built a lot of person in a way that is not right. It has a positive side and also has a negative side. Now, this is the negative side this woman is talking about. And she's really finding it hard because she said, she's beginning to see herself, act and react just like her mother. She made mention of her mom being very, very impatient, and she's right now an impatient person. She said she cannot watch someone who is sluggish or someone who takes their time to do something. She just wants it fast. She wants it done on her own terms and all of that. She can't have a proper conversation with her father. She always feels like she's far away from her father. A lot of us cannot sit down with our dad on one couch. It's not possible, because we are already brought up that way. Don't sit down with daddy on that couch. This is daddy's couch. As a matter of fact, daddy has a cup, daddy has a spoon, daddy has a plate, he has a couch, that is daddy's chair. You cannot sit there. It is so, I don't know, it's not traditional, but it's so bad. Most children do not have co-parenting. We see fathers that co-parent with their spouse, or maybe their baby mama or something, but you see them, they're always there. They're going for school runs, they're doing everything they need to do because they want this relationship. They suffered from that, and they don't want their children to actually suffer from that same experience. They don't want their children to go through that experience, and that's what this lady is talking about. I feel you, my dear, you just have to work it out yourself. It has to be a conscious effort that is going to be put into that. Work it out and make sure you come out. It's a beautiful thing that you already know your problem, so you have to swing into action and make sure you come out of that. Okay, let's take a look at some comments before we wrap it up for today. And the first comment is coming from Melarisa, and Melarisa says, a lot of us were raised with, don't talk back, don't look at me, no asking of questions, etc. But at some point, as we grow older, we have to take responsibility, because blaming our parents forever won't heal us and nothing will change. They did what they knew best and learned from their own parents. We now know better, so we must do better. I am a parent now. I choose a better way to learn. Unlearn, read, attend trainings, and rewrite the story with my own kids so they can raise a healthier generation after them. Knowledge is available everywhere now. We don't have to repeat the cycle. Stand up and take responsibility, else history will keep repeating itself. Thank you so much, Melarisa. That's so much thoughtful. The next comment, which is the last, is from Sherry Coco, and Sherry Coco says, one of the ways to have an outspoken and fearless child is when you, as a parent, don't shut them down when they are expressing themselves. Thank you so much, everyone who dropped their comments today concerning all of the topics we have here. And just in case you're just tuning in and you're seeing this show or this program right here, please do not worry. You can actually run off to YouTube and watch Global TV NG on YouTube and be part of the conversation. Tell us what you think about everything we have taken today. Yes, we want to know your thoughts. And yes, it is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. And I'll be seeing you another day. Please have a great weekend and stay safe. Bye for now.
When social media speaks, we listen and we bring you the extra. It's your one-stop shop for trends, tweets, and the tea everyone's sipping on. Join the conversation, share your thoughts, and get that extra dose of what's shaking the internet.
And on issues making wave on social media to your doorstep.
Social Boss Extra, where the trend meets the talk, only on Global TV.